Next stop, West 231st Street and Corlier Avenue. Transfers available to Bx2, Bx7, Bx10 and Bx20. This stop is West 231st Street and Corlier Avenue. Next stop, West 231st Street and Broadway. Transfers available to the 1 train, Bx9 and Bx10. This stop is West 231st Street and Broadway. Next stop, West 231st Street and Bailey Avenue. This stop is West 231st Street and Bailey Avenue. Next stop, Heath Avenue and Summit Place. This stop is Heath Avenue and Summit Place. Next stop, Sedgwick Avenue and Fort Independence Street. Transfers available to Bx3 and Bxm3. This stop is Sedgwick Avenue and Fort Independence Street. Next stop, Sedgwick Avenue and Giles Place. This stop is Sedgwick Avenue and Giles Place. Next stop, Sedgwick Avenue and Stevenson Place 1. This stop is Sedgwick Avenue and Stevenson Place 1. Next stop, Sedgwick Avenue and Stevenson Place 2. Transfer available to Bx10. This stop is Sedgwick Avenue and Stevenson Place 2. Next stop, Sedgwick Avenue and Dickinson Avenue. This stop is Sedgwick Avenue and Dickinson Avenue. Next stop, West Mosholu Parkway South and Paul Avenue. Transfers available to Bx28 and Bx38. This stop is West Mosholu Parkway South and Paul Avenue. Next stop, West Mosholu Parkway South and Jerome Avenue. Transfer available to the 4 train. This stop is West Mosholu Parkway South and Jerome Avenue. Next stop, Grand Concourse and Van Cortlandt Avenue East. This stop is Grand Concourse and Van Cortlandt Avenue East. Next stop, Grand Concourse and Bedford Park Boulevard. Transfers available to the B&D trains, Bx25 and Bx26. This stop is Grand Concourse and Bedford Park Boulevard. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East Kingsbridge Road. Transfers available to the B&D trains, Bx9, Bx22, Bx28 and Bx38. This stop is Grand Concourse and East Kingsbridge Road. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East Fordham Road. Transfers available to the B&D trains, Bx12, Bx12 SBS, Bx22 and Bx34. This stop is Grand Concourse and East Fordham Road. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East Burnside Avenue. Transfers available to Bx40 and Bx42. This stop is Grand Concourse and East Burnside Avenue. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 177th Street. Transfers available to the B&D trains, Bx36 and Bx36 Limited. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 177th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East Mount Eden Avenue. This stop is Grand Concourse and East Mount Eden Avenue. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 170th Street. Transfers available to the B&D trains, Bx11, Bx18A and Bx18B. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 170th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 167th Street. Transfers available to the B&D trains in Bx35. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 167th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 165th Street. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 165th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 161st Street. Transfers available to the 4 B&D trains, Bx6, Bx6 SBS and Bx13. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 161st Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 149th Street. Transfers available to the 2, 4 and 5 trains in Bx19. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 149th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 144th Street. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 144th Street. Next stop, Grand Concourse and East 138th Street. Transfers available to the 4 and 5 trains in Bx33. This stop is Grand Concourse and East 138th Street. This is Bx1-Limited to Mott Haven 138th Street.